trying to take a hike. We got our dog over here. We're at Hill Country State Natural Area. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to vlog out here. Do you think it's okay?
Yeah.
I had you guys asking questions during class, for our test surveys, and we're going to answer those now. Isaac asked me, are you going anywhere for break? Yes. Here we are. Hill Country State Natural Area. How is your mornings? That's a boring question. What's greater, pi to the e or e to the pi? So one is 3.14 to the 2.7. The other one is 2.7 to 3.14. So
I think you're going to need a calculator.
I'm not going to use a calculator. I'm going to take a guess. I'm going to go with e to the pi. But I feel like it's kind of close. So we'll see. We're going to get homework over the break. So this is from my calculus class. It's not really homework. I did say you guys have one of those quizzes, so make sure you guys get that done. So Savannah asked me, what's your favorite color? We were just actually having a conversation about this, but I think I've always said that my favorite color is gray. Pretty much am now only wearing gray t-shirts, hence the gray t-shirt. Chanel asked me, do you like the cold? Yes, I like the cold very much. It's I think it's easier to wear more layers than to wear less layers. So when it gets super, super hot, there's a point where you can only, you can't take off more clothes. So Jake asked, what can I do to improve my grade within your class? So I know I've been assigning a lot of work, but kind of the thing for me is those who are going to be successful on that test at the end of the year are going to be the ones who put in that extra time. So if you're putting in that extra time and coming to tutoring mornings or afternoon, that doesn't have to be every day, but some people try to do it every day. It could be just once a week, just 45 minutes, just to get an assignment done. And getting that extra time with me around and you asking those immediate questions, that's going to be the thing that really boosts your grade. And then if you don't do well on class assignments or those quizzes, keep redoing them, right? The PODs, the homeworks, the classworks, well, you get the full credit for the homework. Those quizzes, even those tests, everything, you guys just redo it, have me right there with you, I'll walk you through it, boost that grade up. All right, so I'm back at home now and I wanted to finish answering y'all's questions that you guys had. So here I have a question. This one is from Ryan. And he said, what is your definition of a teacher that is classically remembered by old and young people? What makes a memorable teacher? So Ryan, I think something that makes a memorable teacher is one that you create a lot of relationships with. I pretty much remember all of my teachers, but it's not always for the relationships that I had, mostly just because I kind of have I can kind of sequence that memory. But there is one teacher that really stands out, and her name was Miss Cooley. She was my math teacher, and I kind of remember a couple things about her. When I was a sophomore in high school, and when I was becoming a junior in high school, I think, I was going to go into a certain math class with a different teacher. Now, she and this other teacher, they both taught the same class, but she contacted my mom. She saw that I was going to have another teacher, and she really wanted me because she had me for the first 2 years of my high school. And she's like, all right, I'm going to go change his schedule and make sure he has me on his schedule. And for me, I thought it was at the time I didn't really think that was anything big, but for me, I think that makes a huge difference for a teacher willing to go change my schedule and go change things that were probably in my best interest so that I could excel with her. And I stayed with her for 4 years. She was my calculus teacher, so she taught me 4 math courses. I think she was an incredible teacher. And we ended having a teacher for 4 years really helped me build a relationship. And speaking of which, I kind of it's that relationship that makes her memorable to me. And I just wish I had stayed in contact with her throughout the years. So somebody asked me, why are non-full credit questions counted as wrong? What that's talking about in terms of questions is if there's partial credit for a question, if a question has 4 points and you guys get 1 or 2 or 3 out of those 4 points, when you come and take the survey, why am I asking you guys to count that as incorrect? Really, it's because the answer is incorrect in some form or way. And I'm trying to, I'm trying to get you guys to really hone in on what makes something correct. Now, if I complete a job and I complete it halfway, uh, is that halfway completed? No, that's wrong. That's not a finished job. So it's kind of that same mentality. I want you guys to feel success when you get there, but also if you're not getting there, don't. I mean, maybe I'll change the wording in the future, but you're not getting it completely wrong. So I do give you guys partial credit, help you guys out in that, but it's not exactly where you want to be in terms of that question. Have you played Fortnite? So I have it downloaded on my computer here, and I have yet to play Fortnite. But I'm going to get into it eventually. I just haven't had the time. Just haven't had the time to do that. I've been concentrating on my videos in school. Maybe next semester. Do you eat Panera? Panera. Do you eat that? And if so, what do you order? So this one is from Alexis. No, I've never really had Panera bread. I think that's what you're talking about. But, maybe in the future. Maybe I'll try it out just because you said that. What can I do to get a 70 on this class by the end of the 9 weeks? Stop shooting for a 70, shoot for a 71. That's going to be the only thing that guarantees you that you will get credit in the class. Is it possible to have our grade progress if my grade is low? Yes, I'm going to just say with yes, but that's going to be determined completely by you. If you don't do anything, if you don't change anything, then your grade's probably going to stay exactly where it is. That's all there is to it. What makes me different from other teachers? So, what makes me different from other teachers? I think, at least in our school at Jefferson, I'm thinking that the thing that makes me the most different from other teachers is that, there are a few things. One, obviously, I'm making these vlogs, so I don't think any other teacher on campus is doing that. That's kind of my flavor right now. I think the thing that makes me the most different is the fact that I continuously challenge all students across the board. I don't think it's wrong to get 100%, but I think if you're getting 100% in something, that really shows a really deep understanding of what you're doing. I would call it, I have a very high C. So you have to really work hard to get a C, to get a B, to get an A. I showed you guys those stats at the beginning of the year. You really have to work hard to get to that level. What do you think about Detective Pikachu? I think it's going to be awesome. I'm kind of sad it's coming out in the summer because I would love to go take my classes to go see that. Find some sort of math project that is Pokemon related. Take all my students that deserve to go see that movie. Unfortunately, it's coming out in the summer, so I won't be able to take a field trip for that. But hey, I'll go see it myself. Yes, I'll wear my Pokemon costume. Let's squat up on Fortnite. That's not a question. But do you listen to 6ix9ine? I pretty much listen to everything and everyone, whatever comes up. And I'm like, whatever my mood might be. So I'm sure I've listened to some 6ix9ine before. I think I read, though, that he was just, arrested for something. Probably shouldn't have done that. And why a pizza tie today? So, let me go get that. All right, so here's the tie I was wearing on Friday. So, the way it works for me is I have a tie rack, and it's an automated tie rack, and it kind of just spins around. And right there in the front, so it's kind of like an oval. Right here in the front area, I have there's 3 ties, and I always just pick from those 3 ties. And the pizza tie went the best with my shirt that day, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna wear pizza tie. And I also had some pizza socks on Friday, so that was completely unintentional. I always just choose my socks in the dark. All right, so Caitlin asked me, are you hoping we get a lot of snow this year? I'm always hoping we get a lot of snow. I'm from Germany, so I'm used to getting snow in October. My mom always sends me a video of the first snow flurries that come down. I'm always super jealous. But yes, every year I hope for snow. Do you know the chords on a piano? If so, what majors and minors? So I guess I don't really know the chords. I'm a very beginner piano player. My fiance, she plays an amazing piano. Maybe I'll get her to play a little tune for you guys. Or actually, I have a video of her. I'm not sure if she's gonna care if that I play it. So incoming. that was a little bit of a tune from my fiance Helene, and maybe she'll play more for you guys in the future. How much food do you waste? So the very first survey you guys took was about like how much food does your family waste, and I just thought that would be an interesting question. So how much food do I waste? It depends. Really depends on what kind of mood I am. I try not to be wasteful for food. I always remember that some people just don't have it, and that if I'm wasting it, I'm probably getting too much. And also I'm trying to keep some weight off, so if I am wasting it, that means I'm eating too much, and I don't want to be doing that right now. Are you going to buy the new Pokemon game for the Nintendo Switch? So I don't have a Nintendo Switch, so probably not, but I do wish I had a Nintendo Switch, but I think beyond that, I wish I had just more time to play video games. So we'll see, maybe in the future. Do you have any food? Well, this was on Friday, but the answer to that is always going to be yes. I have a drawer filled with food, and that's always for hungry students. If you're hungry, you need food, you just let me know. I'll hook you up. Is there test corrections? So are there test corrections? Yes, like I said earlier, you guys can just come in before school, after school, at lunchtime, 8th period. If you have a class that can let you go during 8th period, and you can work on that test, we'll talk through it, and I'll really help you focus down on what you're missing. Can we keep our tests? No, you can never keep your tests. For me, I think that's just something like kind of like test security. Like I don't want any students to have their test or to keep their test or to take it out of my classroom. And for me, it's kind of like a record. Like if a parent's always like, like why is so-and-so failing? I can always just pull out their test and say, look, they're just leaving the test blank. Nothing I can do with that. So it's a little bit of a record, but it's also mostly test security. I always have all your tests. I have your tests that you've taken from the beginning of the year. I'm always ready to review those with you guys, make test corrections, do stuff like that. So Dehanna asked me, what is my go-to comfort food? At first I was reading this and it says go to comfort food. But now I understand like this is what is my go-to comfort food. My go-to comfort food is going to definitely be pizza again. I love pizza. If I'm ever feeling like I'm having a bad day or I'm feeling really down on myself, pizza is going to be the way to go for me. Will you be here after school? So I know this is talking about, so Skylar was asking me, will you be here after school? And I know she was talking about Friday specifically, but the answer to that is always going to be yes, I will be here after school. I know there was a couple weeks ago where I just pretty much canceled all afternoon tutoring. And that was for personal reasons. I had to get home and do stuff. But yes, pretty much short answer, I will always be here after school. And you guys don't even have to come in to do work. You guys can just come over and chill. Would you ever dye your hair blue? So Aaron asked me that one, and Aaron, I have beautiful hair. I'm never gonna dye it blue. If you had a chance to be reborn, what would you want to come back as? Something living, can't be a calculator. So if I had a chance to be reborn as something living, I'm guessing maybe like an animal I could try to be. I don't know, something that could fly. Pretty much any kind of bird. Okay, toothless, you gotta, oh geez. Okay, toothless, you gotta go. Okay, goodbye. Cat butt. Okay. Yeah, definitely I would come back as something flying, not as a cat. Cats get into mischief. If you weren't a math teacher, what would you be doing? I'd be teaching something else. I would be a computer science teacher. I'd be a coach. I think it would be cool to be a pilot. That's what I was going to be. So I could still try to do that. But, got a lot of options. I'm pretty, it's you got to just find that one passion and just keep doing it. I love teaching. I'm going to stay in teaching for a really long time. And, whatever I can teach, I'll teach. Whether that's English, science, biology, maybe not history. I don't know. History would be pretty cool. We could have lots of conversations. I'd be down to teach whatever. Will you rap battle against Ricky? So Ricky, a.k.a. Gunzo, definitely I will rap battle against you. I'll make my formal request to Gunzo in my next video. You guys can check that out. And then finally from Elisa, how did you propose to your fiance? I'll link a video to that somewhere. I'll have a video up to my proposal video. But I took her out to hill country. We pretty much hiked for like 3 or 4 miles. And then I said, will you marry me? And she said yes. And then if she said no, I would have left her out there and drove away. But she said yes, so good on her. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. I think she just heard me and she dropped something. But no, what I did was I took a ring, and then I took her engagement ring, and then I got some Jolly Ranchers. I melted the Jolly Ranchers down and I put them in a cast to harden overnight. And then it hardened, and it was like a ring pop ring with the ring inside of that ring pop, and that was really, really cool. And then the entire time we were hiking back to the car, she was just there licking her finger like, trying to get the ring out. And unfortunately, because, all right, guys, if you do this, don't put the actual ring in the ring pop. That won't be a good idea. So what I did was buy an $8 Walmart ring, and I put that into the ring pop. And then I just kept the real ring in my back pocket the entire time until she fished it out. But yeah, that's what happened. And a couple pictures and a link to the video. Go watch that. I thought it was a really cool idea. You guys can take that, but make sure you credit me if you do that with your future husbands and wives. And hey, you know, if they like the $8 Walmart ring, make sure you never pull out that real ring and just let them believe that the $8 Walmart ring is real. So thank you guys. You had a lot of amazing questions. I was really excited to answer those. I want to do more of these kind of videos in the future. You guys just keep bringing me excellent questions. Just keep having an amazing break. I'll see you guys next week. My name is Mr. Hernandez. Keep working hard. Stay safe.